In Louisville, Kentucky, they love thoroughbreds who know how to run down the stretch and get to the wire first. And certainly, they've seen plenty of them here. From Johnny Unitas to Lamar Jackson, today, the Louisville Cardinals will try to live up to that legacy. And the Noles will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Louisville's offense will get the first possession of the game. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So Florida State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
Just does such a great job of hitting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
They'll try the run. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, look out. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wants to go up top. Snags it. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Trying to punch it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. The throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Daly. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feet. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, and understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Noles are marching down the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. To the 10. And he breaks into the open. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. This offense has a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Got some room headed to the goal line. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense going all in to wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Well, 2nd and goal that time, and instead of turning around and giving it to Mr. Dependable, you just let your quarterback do it himself. Up front, everybody's got to get low. It's low man wins. They're able to get a surge, and the quarterback plows in for the touchdown.
7-3.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. The give out of the gun. Plows through the defense. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Cardinals will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Looking to pass. It's Daly. Quick strike complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
Offense set on first down. He's going to pass. A strike downfield. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out to be able to climb the penalty. Now on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. They still can't get him down. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to power their way ahead. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Hughes. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute that offense.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally and handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Fires to the right. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Line gets set, first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Here comes the offense on second down. They go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll throw on third down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And they'll send out the field goal unit. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Splits the uprights, it's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Red Raiders offense has been a buzzsaw.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Scanning the field, it's Daly. Makes his connection. At the 45, on his way. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's looking to throw it. Unleashes one deep. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Florida State 14, Louisville.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hicks. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's McClain. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on first down from the 40. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Wants to throw on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. They'll go to the air. Shoots it to the left. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
To the ground with the back. Nice move to keep running. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Cardinals will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there. Now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. They'll try to get outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. The Seminoles will move the sticks.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. To the air, it's Daly. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires one high and deep. He makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, no! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He's got it near midfield. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Noles are threatening in the red zone. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Touchdown, Florida State! And that one will give them the lead.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Florida State, 28. Louisville, 21.
He'll bring it out. It's Hicks. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run it.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. The Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Hughes. And they do a really good job, not as easy as it looks, to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Off play action. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. A first down for the offense. From the gun. Give on the inside.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. They're such big jumpers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Wide out in motion. Looking for a man. It's Daly. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And under critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
They'll go to the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up second and 3.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go. But this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown.
And, man, this QB has delivered all year long. All the hype coming in as a freshman. Like, really get on the field. Not only does he get on the field, now we're talking late in the season about being a true...
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
A quick pass to the left. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Off the play fake on first down. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's second and 11.
How about this defense? This defense is getting after the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable. The third sack of the day. Hard to have a good passing attack when your quarterback's trying to throw from the back.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Reads it, fires complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these 1st downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down. He has 89 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. The offense will quickly use a timeout. After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Nice, solid.
Running its ground game, so interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's McClain. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
The attempted throw is incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. For the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. This quarterback has to stay calm, cool, and collected and drive his team down for a score late in the 4th. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard A field goal does not top the... Hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. First down here for the offense. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese.